First, we have the main living area piece, this sideboard. I have to say, I really do like the slightly curved shape that it has. This piece is a Senufo stool, Côte d'Ivoire. Hello everyone, I'm Nishimura and I currently work in the apparel industry.
And I'm Kaseya Juna. It's a pleasure to meet you all. It was really the intuition.
Exactly, I completely agree that it was our intuition.
The sheer amount of brightness.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, we made sure to check out how the sunlight came into the apartment.
When we were looking for a place, one of our main priorities was that since we both work in the Harajuku area, it had to be somewhere that was within a comfortable 20-minute bike ride. Beyond the location, the apartment's size and kitchen quality were key factors. And after moving in, we realized they were surprisingly great.
Also, we definitely wanted at least 2 burners on the stove, and a spacious kitchen would have been nice to have,
Yeah. First, let me show you this tapestry hanging here. It's all about the fabric itself. It's by Samiro Yunoki, a renowned Japanese textile artist, now 99 years old and still actively creating. His works also adorn every room in the Ace Hotel in Kyoto, which is incredible. Well, you'll find his works of art adorning each and every room there as well, which is pretty amazing. And yes, that's correct, it is the butterfly stool. And it's a truly iconic masterpiece designed by the amazing Sori Yanagi. We've unified the entrance area with Japanese-style items to create a welcoming space. The butterfly stool, often gifted to newlyweds, adds a celebratory touch. We wanted to gather these particular pieces in the entrance area. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but it appears to be a ball created by endlessly wrapping hemp twine in layers. I think it has a distinctive and artistic quality to it, which is exactly why I decided to place it here as part of the decor. Alright, let's move on to the living room. Here we are. First off, the chairs are the classic Eames side shell chairs. And this is another fabric by Samiro Yunoki. And this is a Bauhaus archive poster. So as you can probably tell, this area is quite a charming mix of a number of different things. And this is the area where we often gather and have fun with people. This table actually extends like so on both sides. It's an extension table, so we can fit about 6 to 8 people. And this dining area is lit by the Louis Poulsen PH5. It's known for its soft light. We go to vintage interior shops, and we also visit recycle shops. Sometimes we go to Meguro as well. And we constantly check places like Yahoo Auctions and other online stores. This sideboard is a major piece in our apartment. It's from G-Plan, a mid-century piece from England. Usually they go for about 240,000 yen on the market, but we got it for a bargain at a furniture store in Kyoto for under 100,000 yen. And on top of it, we've laid out various small items that we like. Let me introduce you to the items on the sideboard. For example, this is a jar made of teak material. It's a container for small items. Since the sideboard is also made of teak, we've linked them by material. And we also have this Danish bottle here. And going over here, this is what we call kumiki. This is actually a Japanese piece. It's from the Yamanaka Kumiki workshop in Odawara, which is no longer in operation, but you can buy these at antique shops. It's something that was also placed in Sori Yanagi's home. This is a German vase called Fat Lava. Fat lava means thick, and lava is like molten rock. And as you can probably tell, it has a sort of chunky and stubby feel. And the characteristic pattern looks just like a slow-moving, melting lava. A truly unique vase. So, let's move on to the kitchen area. Here on the wall we have African baskets, which are used as storage containers. They're from various countries. There's a mix of ones from Burkina Faso and Uganda, and so on. We just placed them randomly. with different sizes. And we also love tableware. This is Yachimun Okinawan pottery. This particular piece was purchased from Beams Fenica, which is a wonderful label that specializes in folk crafts and tableware. We love it. Let's move on to the sofa now. This beautiful and comfortable piece here is actually a non-branded piece from Denmark. It has a very pleasing design to it. I like designer pieces as well, but I also have a background in vintage clothing. And when we say vintage clothing, things from the 60s come to mind. However, I also feel that there are good regular pieces without any names. And that was the perspective we used to choose this piece. These are the rug and cushions made by a bicycle shop called the Blue Lug. They are actually made from 70s Danish fabrics. Apparently they were made using dead stock fabric. It's a corner that connects different genres with a common Danish theme. And then we have plants. Well, these are just for color. There's a plant shop called Shinseien in Sengawa, and it's quite affordable. So we enjoy going there to check out what they have available. Okay, so this is an Indian fabric. It's a fabric with cave paintings and reliefs hand painted on it. And we actually purchased this item at Kogisha, a very old and well-established folk craft store in Motomachi, Yokohama. This corner showcases a collection of wooden stools, mainly from Africa. This one is from the Lobi tribe, and many of you might have seen this one before. It's a Senufo piece from Côte d'Ivoire. And this one is from the Rendil tribe. I'm not very familiar with them, but apparently it's a chair. This is our TV corner. People often tease me about this when they come to my place. It's a drama called Yamato Nadeshiko. My wife really liked it when my junior colleague had it. She really enjoyed watching Yamato Nadeshiko when it aired for 2 consecutive nights, and I believe this DVD set came out around that time. So I borrowed it from my junior colleague who happened to have it. But I don't have a DVD player at home, so I haven't been able to watch it. This is from Yamagiwa, a Japanese manufacturer from the 1960s and 1970s. And I have to say, I really like the round silhouette, and it has a real design quality, reminiscent of those iconic lights and bubble lamps that were so popular back then. It's amazing. This area is a corner where I display paintings, chairs, and a rug. This painting was done by a friend of mine, an artist named Izumida Lee. It's a painting of our faces, or rather, a portrait of the two of us, but mine is a little bit like a gorilla. Yeah, I am planning to have him do 2 more, and hopefully he'll make me look more human each time. And also there is a chair here. This one is the Eames DCM chair, a representative of mid-century design. And here we have an Indian Raleigh quilt. It's a big piece of fabric. Sometimes I use it as a rug, depending on the season. But now I'm hanging it from the ceiling to use it as a bit of an accent piece. Okay, next let's introduce this room. This is actually the most recent piece of furniture I bought, a bookshelf. There's a furniture store in Kashiwa called Aikasa. They offer some great deals, and like the sideboard, I'm using it to showcase my favorite small items. It's a corner where I've placed some items. And also, we have this bell, which was made in Oaxaca, Mexico. It's a very interesting piece. This particular item is well known for being used as a doorbell in the home of the iconic designers, Eames, which is quite something indeed. Since we both used to work at select shops, rather than being devoted to just one style, we like to mix and enjoy various things. We express this in our clothing, and it's the same with our furniture. We have items from the mid-century era as well as items from Africa which really complement each other when put together. We also have Japanese folk crafts and other unique items, so I think you can see we love mixing them all together and creating something new from the old. But even within that, we try to unify colors. And when there are many wooden items, we add different materials. So I guess you can say that I make my choices while sticking to some personal preferences and guidelines. I try to stay consistent with my overall approach, you see. Anything else you want to know?
It's all as you see, it's like this.
Everything here is as you see.